Hello, how you doing? You're welcome. It's
another
another episode. It's a good one
of She Knows Best.
It's not therapy,
but it might help. So how are you?
I'm all right. I'm going to collaborate with one of the rappers and when we make that thing a jingle. Anyway, I was saying
rappers muwulidde akalango bayisiza.
Call me. Yo, I'm good. I'm all right.
How's it been?
It's been
How's
good.
your week been?
It's sweet. The week has been okay. It's been, it's taking me. I'm following Susanna and Agnes on TikTok.
You were just telling me, latest on Susanna. I've missed episodes.
First of all, why have you missed any episode? Me, I don't even know how to miss that episode.
No.
Listen, first of all, before we start.
But what is that thing called? You guys, what's that thing called?
It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have I don't think it has, that show actually has a name.
Really?
But when those guys, those are the creators of that day, when you start collecting money, me, I will be the first one to give you. I will pay my money because you guys, Susanna and Agnes
and Opio.
And Opio. The whole family. Because now, the last episode I watched, now Mama Malaika is hanging with Siraj.
You were supposed to tell me who is Mama Malaika.
You guys, Mama Malaika is Malaika's mother.
The boss.
The boss's mother.
Okay.
So Siraj at some point came home. I think he was looking for Susanna to pay. Remember, Susanna paid Siraj to beat up uncle. So now I think he was looking for his money. Was he looking for his money or something like that? Anyways, so now Siraj comes home. Then Malaka is like, "Oh my God, this man wants food, needs things." So they start giving him food. Mama Malaka is like, "But this guy, what is he doing?" Anyway. All in all, she looked for him she told Opio, "Look for me that guy called Siraj. I saw him here. Look for him." Opio goes and tells Susanna. Mama Laika is looking for Siraj. Be careful. Susanna is like, "Opio, leave me alone. I don't even know what you're talking about. Go away. I don't want you. I don't want to talk to you." But Susanna, you guys, if there's anyone who stands on business,
it's Susanna.
The moment she cut off Opio, now she didn't even look at him. But she's there. She's cleaning the window and she's shaking her ass. Like, "Opio, leave me."
Buddy will always be
a buddy. Great. Anyway, but you guys, in this clip, I swear, Baba Maleka was smoking weed with this guy. I swear. So first of all, she drives. They reach home. They're not opening the gate. This old woman is like, actually, he first asked me, "What are you doing for Valentine's?" So it's like, "Oh, can I ask you to be my Valentine?" He's like, "But you, Siraj, you go and ask you girls your age. Me, I've seen life, I've done everything, all these things for Valentine's. You need to do that with girls your age."
Like, first of all, the fact that this is a whole show on
you guys,
TikTok,
it is a whole show.
Animation. Like, for me, it kills me because I keep missing episodes and then I keep finding, I keep catching up, like then I watch and I'm like, this thing is so hilarious. As in whoever is behind it, even like what do they call it? Like the style of the animation. It's like those cartoons of school. Like how we used to draw like boy in school, like sticks. And then they just add, like it's so interesting. I'm just like, whoever came up with this concept, you're onto something.
It's so fun. And then the other day, Susanna slapped Pilot. Pilot was stealing meat.
Are you serious?
You guys, so they have a family meeting. But Agnes is reporting, but Pilot has been beaten. So Susanna is like, "You, Agnes, your son is stealing meat from that saucepan."
No, but that's
Agnes made her cut her dress. Now her dress is a mini. Anyway, for me that has been my week. You guys, to be honest,
I think for me the last one I watched was one of them was pregnant with Opio's
Auntie Agnes. But she's not sure. It's either Opio or it's uncle. For her, she needs land in Maya. But she's like, "Opio, you can't buy me the land." What are you saying?
So it has to be
also,
uncle.
You take me for a quickie there next to the rubbish. But uncle's quickie is in the garage where there's 2 cars. What are you saying? You can't be the father.
No, this thing kills me, by the way. No, they are onto something. Whoever
They
is
really,
behind
really
it is
are.
onto
Like,
something.
honestly, whoever is doing that show, like, well done, guys. You have really entertained us in these unprecedented times. You have entertained us, and I thank you.
Man, anyway, for me, my catch up is like what I want to talk about in my catch up is, guys, this morning I was really getting into this whole Epstein thing.
Oh my God.
Never tell us again that those people are civilized. Never tell us again.
You get, they're telling you how the whites are the ones who are civilized, but when you see what the real whites, because those are the real, those are like the real
like
whites.
creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. They're the
upper echelon. Woo! Nasty human beings.
Ew, even.
Because what?
Ew.
Like everything bad, everything that they tell us bad about, they've done and more. They are the ones doing trafficking rings. They are the ones, these rich women pimping their daughters out to these billionaires.
But that's actually the weirdest part about all of this, is that women are pimping out their children to this. I mean, to be fair, we also saw it with R. Kelly, but still, it will never cease to amaze me that, like, you want closeness to, like, either riches or capitalism or whatever it is. I don't know what you're chasing.
Pimp your own daughters
pimp your own child.
You're not poor. You know, when I think about some of these challenges, like in the global south, people do these things for material gain. Yeah. These are women who are not poor. You're not poor.
It's not
you're
because
other wealthy women.
They need money. It's that proximity to these rich people.
Yeah. So in my mind, I'm just like, so what's the point? But then I watched a TikTok and someone was talking about how in these manga circles, like it's very common. Like even her friends when they were growing up in high school, like apparently by the time someone is like 15, 16, they would have bodies. But because their moms were also pimping them out, like to people at the country club, and these are like fellow wealthy families. Then
it's just nasty.
Then on top of that, let's talk about that cannibalism thingy.
For that cannibalism thing, you guys.
I'm just like
what kind of nonsense is that?
They call us uncivilized. What they call us, but guys,
it's so
the whole thing is just disgusting. Then the number of people in the files, but these are people that we look up to, over world leaders. But as the girl said,
you know who was not in the files?
Daddy Barack is not in the files.
He was not even one mentioned.
And they're not. And by the way, there are not even many black men in those. There are not barely any black men in those files.
Because of course they don't want that proximity, because it's a club. You get, like, the thing about all that, like the files, even the proximity to like those men. It's that proximity. It's that, like, the epitome of whiteness, the epitome of like capitalism and stuff like that. They're not going to let the niggers in there. Yeah. But even the niggers that they're going to let in, they are going to be specific niggers.
Yeah, remember I said in some of the files that we don't want, when they were giving their specs of like girls that they wanted, young girls, they said we don't want like no niggers or something.
You get.
And then people have been saying that rejection is protection. But we was saying, like even earlier, there's another way to look at this. I have a feeling, because it was a trafficking ring, a sex trafficking ring, there must be the black girls who are trafficked just didn't live to say.
Yeah, that's what I also saw that narrative.
Yeah, like didn't live to give their story. Because had it been black girls, my friend, it does come out that black girls were in this, were recruited into this sex trafficking ring. Most of them were killed, thrown in the ocean, because that's what happens. So, like, when people are saying, rejection is protection,
I mean, it's not necessarily that. I mean, just because they like in the files, I think that's where also people are getting it from, because there was a part of the files that specified that they don't want black girls. So I think that's where people are getting this narrative from. But again, like, there's also that other narrative where people are saying, like, most likely that the black girls didn't live to tell their story, to tell their tale, which is so unfortunate.
And all of this stuff is coming out because, again, what?
Yeah. Because the biggest number of victims
of a certain color,
of a certain race. So at the end of the day,
had it been people that look like me and you,
yeah, but those ones, they've been killing them every day. They wouldn't have has it ever been a problem? It has never. No one cares. No one gives, like, it's not a story. How is it a
same
story?
thing with this
Everyday
whole
life.
ICE situation.
Yeah.
Now it's warrior because oh my God,
now
the
whites are being killed. And it's like they've been killing people.
black people since times, since
get
Emmett Till and all others.
They've
George Floyd
been
just the
killing
other
people
day.
on the roads.
Trayvon Martin, who. But what?
Yeah.
Then when Black Lives Matter was happening, it's like,
George
oh, you guys
Floyd,
are being dramatic.
You're being dramatic. But
You
you should
guys
follow the law.
Follow the law.
You
Why are you
should do this.
protesting?
Yeah. Now you see. Now it's one of them. Now it's like, but you see, it's
Oh my
exactly that thing of like when they came for others, I kept quiet. Now they've come for me. Now what do we do? Because
welcome
the
to
one
the club.
who would have helped you is now no more because we doesn't have the power or is tired.
Yeah.
It's tired of fighting. So now you're all by yourself.
Yeah.
You have no one to fight for you.
Because you forget that in the food chain, you're also
somewhere in the food chain.
You're also
not up
prey
there.
somewhere in the food chain.
Exactly.
Wow.
You're not up there. But I think again that all of these things, like, it's so funny because I think both of the things that we've checked in with kind of tie back to the topic for today.
Yeah.
Which is reality TV.
Yeah, like we were just thinking about it and we're like,
Yeah.
actually, first of all, we wanted to just chit chat today.
Yeah.
But then also we're like, if there's anything to talk about, it's reality TV. Because the increase in reality TV shows around us, in our surroundings here. Felix is smiling because even he might think he wants to release a reality show.
He might have a proposal.
He might have a proposal. We'll just hear him coming to say, absolutely, what are your reality show? More featuring? Are you featuring or not?
Producing?
Yeah.
How are you going to be involved?
Felix, do you have a reality show for us? Okay.
Yes.
For now.
Not
We've
yet.
survived. We've survived for now.
No, but the reality shows have become, and the thing is, before they used to feel so far away.
Yeah.
They used to, because I mean, with the ones that we've been watching, I mean, you and I, like, we've watched reality shows. Like, at some point we start doing theses in DMs, either on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, just like theses breaking down like the behavior thing is. But now they're at home. And like and that's what for me prompted me to like really want to talk about this, is because now that they're at home, and there is so many different ways that this could happen, that we could do these shows, but the way that we've decided to like present them, for me, is just so nasty. It's like we can do better.
It's too rough.
It's too rough. Like, I don't think that's what it should be.
Yeah.
And also, anyway, yeah. But so I think reality shows, first from the beginning. First time, what's the first reality show you ever watched? I mean, we probably all have the same one.
Yeah. I was going to say Big Brother.
It wasn't.
But before that, okay. Some of us in our homes, we had DSTV. So, when we were children. So, there was Survivor before Big Brother.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so we used to watch Survivor on Mnet. But that was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we were kids. And then
it used later in the night. So you're just peeping.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
There was Survivor and there was another one, something Island. But yeah.
Yeah, Temptation. No, it's not Temptation Island. Oh my God, that's also another reality show that I watched like thingy. But yeah, so I think for me it was definitely Big Brother, but also Big Brother was also for what? For peeping.
Yeah.
Because you were not, Gaetano made them refuse us to watch Big Brother.
Gaetano, wherever you are.
You know, the funny thing is, like, now now that I know him personally, it's so crazy. But it's so funny. I was with him at an event sometime last year, and this older lady came and they started asking him about Big Brother, and they started asking me about Abby. And it was so funny because we were talking, and then the older lady came to talk to him. And then I was just dying. So he was so nice and so like very respectful about it. He's like, so do you still keep in touch with Abigail? He's like, no, like sometimes, yeah, but like, are you still very close with Abigail? This is a man who got married at
I know.
But it was amazing. So I was like, bro, like, do you get that a lot? He was like, more than you think. I was like, that's crazy. That is actually, I mean, this was like, I don't know how many
years ago. Like, that's such a long time ago.
But it's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, so for me, that was my first experience with reality TV. And I remember being so invested, like, would come to school in the morning and you just think, if you didn't watch it the night before.
By the way, you were the one who wasn't.
You were the one who wasn't. You're not in the things.
Yeah, how do you not know what happened on Big Brother? Mama. No, that was a real, and then after that, I like over the years I kept watching different iterations, and then of course like after I think even before or just before or thereabout, like I said, we used to watch Mnet religiously. So there was The Bachelor.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Bachelor. I think for me, the craziest reality TV is the ones where people are finding love on TV.
Those are some of the nicest ones, but the most annoying at the same time.
That's it. Yo, at some point, actually, I stopped. I had like released myself from, because you guys, I used to get involved. Me, I was in these relationships. We're in these relationships.
We were all online.
We
were all in-laws.
If I was, we were all in-laws, and then you go and you break up, and now me, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
You get,
because you're deep in a relationship.
Exactly, because you're deep
in
the relationship, bruh. You're very invested in the relationship. You fall in love. You're there when they are falling in love on TV. You now follow them on social media. On social media, you're following them. That's all they are posting every day. Oh my God, you're like, yeah, love is.
But there's a method to the madness. That's the method. That's what they want.
Of course, because they need to move us.
They want us so emotionally in that thing.
Because even when you follow them, now they become influencers. Now they are selling you products. Now I'm supporting them because I support their love. It's never ending.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like this monster of capitalism that has us all in a chokehold globally. Because what?
It's so
but
crazy.
That's like the science behind the dating or the romance, the dating reality TV shows is just insane. Because the way they cast the participants, like for us, we think it's organic when like they've already mapped out to know that these couples are more likely to be attracted. They even have like experts.
But even they have like, that's how these things work, like on reality TV, the ones of falling in love, they have producers. So they like, you'll find that a group of people, maybe like this group is like 5 people, and those 5 people have one producer. And those people actually produce you. So it's not like what people say was scripted, like they don't write the lines and like write whatever, but they produce you. They tell you, you're like, okay, so now let me say Liz is in love with Makobi. Like, you like Makobi. They're like, so you like Makobi? Do you like him?
They prompt you.
I think he likes you too. No. Yeah, so you're like, no, I don't think so. Like, you know what? Remember that sad story? You tell it to him. I think you should tell it to him today. It will move your relationship a bit forward. Now, Makobi's producer is the other one saying, he's like, yeah, do you believe it? I don't know. There, the drama has started. You get, now it's a problem. Actions avoidance on screen. You get like that. So like for the ones that, for like the loved ones, that's how it works. Of like, you'll find like even with your Love Island, like you'll find a lot of these people when they come out, they're like, oh my God, like that wasn't me, about what, like the producer. But it's like they are actually prompted into like, you get like just pushed a little bit into a certain direction, because again, like you said, the system needs the drama. Like it lives on the drama. If there's no drama, I'm not watching. Like what am I watching for? So so that's how so they have producers who produce them like that.
I didn't know that. Like that's so interesting.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so it's like, so of course the producer knows that. So remember, your producer now is like as if your handler.
Yeah.
So they know your story. They've read your file. They've asked you all these personal questions. Those experts, they're also talking to the experts,
and they've scored you.
So they have
most likely to match with this one.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're like, man, I really think like you do really well with Makobi. Like I think you should pursue that. You get, like Love is Blind. They're like, you're like, I think this person might. If this person, what do you think you're going to do if this person proposes to you? And you're like, I don't know. So now they start to talk you through it. But then as they're talking you through it, of course they have where they want you to go, because where they want you to go is where the drama is.
Yeah.
Or maybe your producer actually knows that maybe the other one is also in love with you, so maybe they're pushing you that side. Because we all love a good love story, right? Yeah. So that's how the love thing is work.
What? I didn't know that. Like I didn't know. Like I didn't know. Like there was prompting involved.
Of course.
Like, I didn't know that was like direct. Like there's someone, the producers are working with them in the background to like drive the narrative a certain way.
Yes.
Me, I thought the things were like be scripted, especially these ones. Okay, maybe Love is Blind. I thought that was organic.
To a certain level. Most things are organic. Nothing is completely organic.
No, I thought like when they do the matching, like when they pick that, they do the casting. I thought that's as far as it goes in terms of like
till the end. Even on wedding day, they ask them. The producer is still there of like, so what are you going to say? What do you think? how are you feeling? Like that argument that you had yesterday.
So when we finish a season of Love is Blind and there are no weddings, it's the producer's fault. They didn't do
They didn't push properly. You didn't convince the other one to get married properly. The other one, you didn't work. I'm sure that season there were no bonuses. You didn't push properly because now you have not a single wedding.
What?
And even like I remember the last season, like I think like almost like there were only like 2 people that even reached the aisle. Like most of them broke up before, but now with Love is Blind, I think this one I'm not sure. I'm just thinking, but I think now they're being a bit more careful with the way that they produce because there's been, of course, a lot of backlash in that area.
Yeah,
people, every season someone is suing, someone is what, all those things.
But also,
so I think they're being careful with how much they prompt. Like if you want to leave, they let you leave, but before they'll try and convince you all those things. So yeah, so there's prompting.
I didn't know all these things about what I knew. I thought is like these other TV shows, like let's say Basketball Wives, Wags or whatever, all of those ones. I thought those are the ones that are like kind of like scripted.
Yeah.
Like, and then so how do those ones work? Because like,
but that's the thing. But even those ones are, again, there's always, every show has different producers. You get, so like even those ones that are big, again, they don't script it. They know like what's happening in your life. You get like, they'll know like, Liz, you're launching this.
So this. Basically what the producers do is to stir the pot.
Yes. They're just there like this. Now you see, I don't know if you watch like, what is this show called? Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
You guys, that reality TV that I consume is very dangerous. Anyway, so now we see like with Selling Sunset, like the last season, there was this woman, she's a white woman, and she's in the original cast.
Oh, Christelle, which one?
No, Christelle left. No, not Christelle. No, now that chick who used to be best friends with Christelle, but they were not best friends anymore. There's the one who is dating a Romanian guy.
I know that chick, the older chick.
Yes,
the platinum blonde. I've forgotten her name.
Now that chick, in the season before, for some reason, decided to get beef with the black Nigerian chick.
Chelsea.
So remember that season where she started saying Chelsea dresses inappropriately. I'm like, babes, who on this show dresses appropriately?
You're going to office with your butt cheeks almost out.
Now imagine her problem was Chelsea was at a thinking event with her butt cheeks out. Chelsea's like, what the fuck, man? Every single one of you in this room.
In the office, we got to submit clients.
Exactly. Every single one. Exactly.
What are you talking about?
What I'm wearing different from what you've been wearing. Like fuck off. So Chelsea was like, man, like that's some bullshit like thingy.
Yeah.
And from that day onwards, she decided her and Chelsea have beef. So now anyway, but you know Chelsea is like, whatever, you get
real intro
like
Nigeria.
You get like she'll try, like she's actually not like thinking. She'll tell you her opinion, but she's not one to beg for friendship.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now in this new season, so apparently they robbed her. They came in the house, they went to the safe. The only thing that they took were the things in the safe. All of us on the internet were like, I don't know.
It sounds to me like insurance fraud.
Yeah, but we are not there. We don't know. Sorry. Sorry. So now even Chelsea sends flowers. You get, because she's like, she sends flowers. She's like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I wouldn't imagine, like, whatever. A very, very sweet card. Sends it to her. Liz, the girl got up and screamed, oh my God, how dare she, da, 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 da. Like, why would she do this? She's trying to get attention. Anyway, that entire season was this chick accusing Chelsea of wanting airtime. Chelsea's like, if I wanted airtime, I would have come to where you're shooting. But also, you have to remember, and this is where another producer thing comes in, I don't fucking know your schedule. You have your producer, I have my producer. Like, your producer doesn't call me and tell me, Chelsea, this is her schedule. Send her flowers when she's shooting. Because this chick's problem was that you sent that. Why did you have to send her flowers when I was shooting? It's because you wanted airtime. Chelsea's like, you guys, I don't need to ask for airtime. I will, if I need the airtime, I will fucking get the airtime
on my own time.
Exactly, on my own time. So she's like, I don't, like, I don't know when you're shooting. I don't know your shooting schedule. Anyway, so that was the whole season. Anyway, at the end of the day, then at some point, of course, she became hysteric. They were at a dinner. She saw Chelsea's card, Chelsea's name. She said, oh my God, I don't feel safe. People are like, racism. What do you mean you don't feel safe? Because a black woman is in that room. What did Chelsea ever do to you? Has she ever threatened you? Has she ever done anything? But anyway, back to when I start talking about these things, I can't stop.
Yeah.
But back to the producer part. So again, now this is where the producers come in. So even those ones, because they knew this chick is going to blow up.
Yeah.
I'm sure even the producers, when they think it, the flowers. So she was like, like, I don't know when you shoot. I wouldn't know.
So the producers are the ones who are kupangering the thing, stirring the pot.
Probably, or when the flowers came, they were like, ha! Let's do this.
Yeah.
That one is going to think.
It's going to pop off. Yeah.
It's going to pop off. So that's how, like, so even these other shows, it's not that they're scripted, but they'll put things in motion in certain ways.
Yeah.
You'll see even like with like Real Housewives and stuff, like when they're on the reunions, they'll be like, oh yeah, but the producer told me this and this and this and this, or I told the producer this, you get. So they'll of course orchestrate things, but like nothing is ever like proper scripted of like, this is how you act, of like, oh, this is your personality, or this is your personality, or this is your personality. No.
So it's up to it's up to the cast member to figure out their own what they decide to show on screen, what personality they decide to show.
So a big chunk of this stuff is actually reality. It's so funny. When like I get the same way, like I be writing theses with you, even me and Kemi this side. We just be there, like, did you watch? We're just breaking down character development, behavioral changes. But there's a time we're watching and we're like, and she was saying how her and her friend, because she's a writer, and she was saying how her and her writer friend were like, as a writer, it's so amazing to watch for them, because they're like, you can never write this shit.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's so diabolical that like there is no way you can write this shit. And for them, it's so interesting to watch. They're like, oh my God.
Let me tell you. So I've just remembered, I read I've been reading this book. I started rereading it in the shutdown. It's called Humankind, and it's like anthropology. It helps us understand human nature. Are we in basically the thesis of the book is the writer is a researcher who says his thesis is that human beings are innately kind, and then it's different conditions when you're placed in different conditions that bring out like certain characteristics, like the evil side or whatever. So I just remembered, because in one of the experiments that they did, that he was basing his thesis on, is called the Stanford Prison Experiment, right? And it was it's like the basis of reality shows. So it was first done in Stanford, then it was taken and replicated into like a TV show, Big Brother style, in the UK. Okay. So basically, when you put people, the Stanford Prison Experiment wanted to understand that when you put people in certain conditions, how do they behave? Because they had been like, the book Lord of the Flies, read it?
Yes.
So William Golding, So that was the initial. Lord of the Flies is not a real thing, but it was not real, but it was based on a real story of a group of boys who escaped from a boarding school, and their boarding school was like near a lake or whatever. So they escaped from school on a boat because they wanted to escape from school, and started sailing, and they got lost at sea somewhere in the Pacific. So they ended up on an island, I think called Tahoe or something.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
So they were on that island for close to 2 years. But in the 2 years, by the time they were rescued from the island by a guy who used to own a fleet, a company, his dad owned, and they used to own a fleet. So he had gone out fishing. And so that's how they discovered that the boys had been on this island. He discovered this set group of boys living on this island. So that's where the story of Lord of the Flies comes from.
I want to read the book again.
That was the original Lord of the Flies. So this Stanford prison experiment, the researcher who did the Stanford prison experiment kind of had some of those ideas, like those different, when you put people in a closed space, like in confined together, how do they behave? How do they behave? And there've been a ton of other experiments around the world, in different contexts, just to study human nature and human behavior. How do people behave when they're placed in close proximity over a certain period of time? So that's where things like Big Brother come from, and a lot of reality shows. That's why some people say like reality shows are the best way to assess and analyze like human behavior, like,
Yeah.
because that's what it really
Which is, and it's so funny because like when you say it, like that's what we're always doing, like when we're texting back and forth about
Yeah.
certain episodes. But even like I know, even with Kemi, like if you see our messages, it's us like sometimes we're always laughing at each other. Like, can you believe we're
yeah.
like analyzing this, like
Yeah.
these people this much? But that makes sense.
It's like a
because
proper social experiment.
It's actually a social
that
experiment
we're all tuned
of
into.
behaviors.
Yeah, of human behavior that we're all tuned into.
Yeah.
And watching and trying to understand, like, you
Yeah.
put this group of people, together in, you know, you've taken them on a trip, or you've locked them in a house together, and just observing the different dynamics. How do human beings behave when they're pushed over the edge, when they're in love, when they're because that's what it really is.
Actually, and you know, like if you think about it in that way, it really highlights the way that, like, the different things that you get from the different reality shows that we are watching. You get, if you think about like Young, Rich and Famous, like you get like the way people react in when they're like, all these people react when they're put together, because they're trying to like maybe compare their wealth, or compare their status, all these things. And it's so crazy because you're seeing people reacting different ways, people treating other people different ways. You get like people saying things that in a normal world you wouldn't say. You get, but because all these people of like maybe similar like
backgrounds or upbringing or socioeconomic status,
or even goals. I don't even think those people, some of them might have anything similar, but it's like they have the same, maybe the only thing that brings them together is like how they want to be perceived. You get like they all
like Young, Rich and
you get Young, Rich and Famous.
What is it? Young, famous and African. Is that what it's called, guys?
It used to be Young. There used to be Rich, but I think they removed the Rich,
Young,
the
Famous,
first
and
one. But now
African.
it's Young, Famous and African. Then someone said none of those people are young.
And
but anyways. You get even famous. You get like you're famous in your color, but that's it.
Guys are just trying to on the come up.
But the way that they're like they treat each other is just so wild. And like so, and for me, I think the two that I really, really want to look at is one, the dating shows, and two, I think mostly, and why I want to talk about this is the Ugandan reality shows that we've been watching. Like I hate the way that we're being portrayed. And the thing is, and the why I even hate it even more is because all the people that are featuring on these shows are women. So the way that the women are being portrayed, you guys, that's not how Ugandan women are. Like, that's not a true portrayal of Ugandan women. Like, I remember I watched, there's a clip
but to be fair, maybe it's because we also move in certain others.
Exactly.
Because you don't know how everyone moves.
So this, again, from what I'm saying, this is my experience with Ugandan women. This is my experience with the women around me. This is my experience with my community. So I don't know. I might be just talking out of my ass, and like truly out there, it's the ghetto. But the thing is, like, because when I like, there's a clip that I watched, and I was thinking, and it's been happening for a while, and I was like, Ugandan women are really funny. You get like, and a lot, like now, like this new one that's happening, that's
visas and vibes and something.
A lot of those girls I used to see their content on my timeline and funny enough, a lot of them used to be used to do commentary on the show that Mami Deb was on before, Kampala Crème. So they used to do, and they were funny. They were funny. They were like the way that they used to talk about, like you can see like they're very intelligent women. And for me, what I'm thinking is, why is it not coming out in this
other show?
Because I know you guys are like, I know they're funny. Like you don't need to tear another woman. Like from the beginning, the time they were walking in, it's just tearing people down. The way that they look. You're talking about looks. Like you guys, if I hear one more woman talking about the skin tone of another woman,
especially as we are all African women and black women. By the way, shame
on you.
Colorism as African woman.
Like, how are we still
on you?
Pandering colorism in this
shame on
2026?
Shame on you.
You get like you're talking about colorism. People are talking about people's accents. Like, what is that? Like,
as an African, what business do you have discussing people's accent? English. Your colonizer's language.
That's the one that you're basing someone's intelligence on. Like, come on, let's be serious.
Anything but English.
And for me, the thing that I hate the most is like, I've seen these people's content, some of these people's content, and you're funny. Like, you're actually hilarious. Like, I like to see you do your makeup. I like to see you do all these things. Like, most of them have businesses. Most of them, they have actual real Like, so I'm like, why isn't that the character that you're portraying?
Yeah,
You get
because they've been confined into, or whoever writes this show, they've been
Yeah.
confined into the because the show is, what is it, vibes, visas,
Visas or
what,
visas
something,
and vibes,
vibes,
something
something
like
like that. So the premise of the show, at least because I haven't watched a full episode, I've just seen clips
me, I
here
won't
and there.
lie, I have.
Because
I failed. I really
realized, I
wanted
know
to.
I watched reality TV show because I want to kill some brain cells
Yeah.
sometimes.
But that one
But
is
that
not
one
going to kill your brain. I
it's
feel
not
like you'll
it's
just
not
get
giving
annoyed.
me, yeah, it's not giving me what I
because
need.
it's
So like they've been the premise of the show is so narrow that
Yeah.
from the name of the show, vibes and visas. So it's really about travel. But half these women are, I wouldn't want to say the word well traveled, because some of them have traveled like locally or regionally,
Babes,
which is
yeah,
valid in
yeah.
itself, right? So, and then they're being pegged against those who have done international travel.
Yeah.
So naturally, naturally, some women are being placed,
Yeah.
lower than
Others.
the others. So there's already that imbalance. There's already an imbalance in the dynamic, like the general dynamic
Yeah.
within that group. So which is not fair. So obviously you're going to have the level
Yeah.
of interaction or the quality of interaction. That's why they have P2 arguments, as someone said, because really they are fights.
It's
and
so like it doesn't make, like, you guys, you're like, it's
like
so,
you're arguing like P2 kids.
And I
Me, I have this for you, you don't have this. Me, I've been here for you, you've not been here. I'm just like
that can't be it. You get, how about if I tell you I've been to the Netherlands, you're like, oh my god, what is it like? What's the food like? What places do you recommend? Like, you get, but now you're like, I think it's just so petty.
me,
But
I
for
have 40 visas. Me, I have 2.
But can't we, if you guys,
Me, I
it's
started
just-
traveling when I was 15. Me, I started when I was 2. Guys, over you started when you were 2. Over you were born in the abroad. Over you, there's people who, guys,
like
there are things
that
that are
for
for
me,
P2
yeah.
children.
And for me, my was and for me, I hate that. I really, really hate that for us, because finally you're able to, like, we have the resources to be
Yeah.
able to produce things like this, and there is so
So
much,
much, yeah.
much we could do around these things. Like, when you have all those women, beautiful women who have, all of them accomplished so many things
in
in
their
different
own right,
ways.
yeah.
Like, that show could be so
So
amazing.
busy,
Like,
yeah.
you get, like, they should be giving them tasks, like all these really cool tasks and stuff. Like, even if it's, yeah, like we're beefing, it shouldn't be you're beefing because you're calling each other out and you're calling each other names and whatever.
Yeah.
It should be, yeah, my group is better than yours because we've done this. You get, like, why can't for me? And also, I think when you think about it, I think they've best it off of shows like, you get like Real Housewives and stuff, where they're always being petty. So you think, so I think they believe that that's what entertainment is we won't be entertained if there's no drama. But
even-
is that true?
but I
don't
feel
know.
like
Maybe
even-
that's true for some people, but I don't want to see a
Yeah.
show of women tearing each other down. Yeah.
But I watch some of the franchises of Real Housewives. Like some of them
Yeah.
I watch on occasion, not all of them and not all episodes. But even with the Real Housewives, I feel like
It's not just the catty fights.
yeah, it's not just the cattiness, because
True.
everyone has airtime, a storyline
yeah.
and airtime for us to get dive into their lives, to see what
Yeah.
they're about, to see their work, to see their family, whatever is of importance to them,
them.
right? So we get different storylines, and then even though there's cattiness and classism here and there, I have more than you, or you're broke, or whatever. At least from the beginning, when they come in, you only learn those things down the road.
Yeah.
They try and create some sort of equal footing in, like, as the producers from
Yeah.
the beginning,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to starting out the show
Yeah.
when there's already an imbalance in the
Yes.
group dynamic.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the thing. I'm just like,
Yeah. It does,
Yeah.
honestly, for me, it doesn't make sense. So for me, I think for me, my cry to these people is, we actually want to see these reality
Yeah,
shows.
we really
you get?
do, yeah.
We really do. And I'm
we want to
so
see great
happy.
content. We want to see good
the
content.
and but that's the thing. But it has to be good content.
Yeah.
I don't think that is something we should be promoting. I don't think women fighting each other and being catty to each other is
empowering in any way. Yeah, it's not
to
empowering
anyone.
in any way.
I mean, we finally have the resources to be able to produce. You remember Zari's reality show? You're sure where she stands to the camera.
The
And
first
it's like-
reality
yeah,
show
the first one we did
with her
Was
family.
it? Yes.
Uh-huh.
You get like, I mean, it wasn't bad, like it wasn't the greatest production, but we enjoyed it. Like,
this, yeah.
It was just that thing, that show that was so bad, but you just kept watching because it's so bad and you just can't stop.
Yeah.
But you see, but now I'm saying like we have finally the resources to produce good TV.
Yeah.
And this is what you've decided to produce. And I want to know who the producer behind that show is. It better not be a woman. My God.
I think that's other new thing.
The Kampala Crème one is a woman.
Yeah, the Kampala Crème is
a woman. But even Kampala Crème.
But is Kampala Crème still there? Or it ended after?
I think they shot a new season.
Without the main character?
Don't you know they'll get a new main character. I'm guessing. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, for me, I think that's the thing with reality show is, of course, again, it's been dubbed, of course, people like you'll be judged of like, you watch those things. But
no, I watch it.
Lot, even me, you can never shame me.
Because
about what there's a lot
a social experiment on screen.
Guys, now that you even say
this
like
is a
that,
class
like
in psychology, behavior psychology.
Like that in plain sight and in entertainment.
Like I said, I watch reality TV because every once in a while you need to burn the brain cells and
like
grow new ones. Not everyday serious. Sometimes you just have to be there.
Yeah, it's like people who say, like, I remember when I was just studying, like, thinking when I was younger, I used to be like a hip hop head. Anyway, so I used to be those people, like those chicks of like, oh, those people of like, oh yeah, I only listen to like conscious hip hop. I don't know. Lie. Like those things are lies. You need to like enjoy. You need
a diversity. Have a diversity of
interest.
Have a diversity of interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, reality TV is like that. And now even so now the dating shows are the ones that just entertain me and kill me. Now Love Island has like this All Stars that is going on.
The thing is, I haven't watched. I've never watched a season of Love Island.
What?
Yeah.
No freaking way.
Swear down. No. I've never watched. I've never watched a season of Love Island.
You need to. The thing is, it is annoying. But it, like, for me, it got annoying to a certain point. And also it's because, again, like, social experiments. And I think this is something I realized in a lot of the dating shows that I was watching is I hate to be a black woman in a dating show.
Yeah.
Anywhere, yes. But on these dating shows,
no, it's
guys,
crazy.
Humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
Humiliation ritual.
Pro max.
Pro max. And the worst part is that from the white men, from the black men, everyone is showing you shaggy.
It just speaks to the reality of being a black woman in the world.
Actually, again, social experiment. But the thing is, it's showing you in real time and you're seeing like, oh my God, now there's this chick on the All Stars one that's happening. She's called Britney. Beautiful girl, Liz. Like I think she has a wig company because that girl changes wigs like I don't know what. Every single day she's coming out with a wig. Every wig late to the gods. Like and then she's so funny. She has a body for days. Like so pretty, dark skin, everything. But that girl has suffered. Even in the first, because this is All Stars, so she had a season before. In that first season again, she suffered. Near the end, this white guy comes in. Everyone is like, oh my God, the white guy treats her like thing. And now I think the white guys are now starting to clock that people like black women. Not even like black women are great, but people root for the black women.
Yeah.
They're starting now to clock it. So he'll come in, he's like, that's the one I want. So he comes in, he treats her, guys are like, yeah, Whitney has gotten her person.
Yeah.
Of course, black women, they're now behind her. They get out, they even dated for a while. You guys, that story she told us when they broke up. Racism.
Are you serious?
Porn racism. That chick was suffering in their relationship. Imagine.
What?
Like apparently the guy was racist, like super racist. Anyway, now, but also that's my thing was because they broke up last year. Now she's back on All Stars. Again, same problems. Because even the other last season, of course, there was those things of telling her she's too aggressive, or she's loud, she's too much, she's this, same problems here. Now here in this one, now I remember the last clip because I haven't watched this one, because I sometimes used to skip, like sometimes I'll skip a season, like I'll watch the UK one, then sometimes I'll watch the British one, whatever. So I didn't know all the people on that thing. So I was like, So I've been just following on the internet, but that chick has been suffering. What? That chick has been suffering?
No.
First of all, again, remember, as a black woman, your pickings are slim.
Yeah. Your pull.
Your pull is very
slim
slim because every day you're begging for a relationship. Every day you're begging
for me,
what
I find extremely
friendship coupling every other day.
That what I find extremely unfair is how like. First of all, there are very few black people on the shows. Like there'll be just one black woman, one black man, right? So like the pull for each other to choose from, because naturally we gravitate towards people of the same skin color. Yeah. So basically, you've set it in stone. Someone has no opportunity to look left, right? You've already look in front of which is also very racist in the production. Course. Yeah,
but you remember you're looking in front. That white or that black man, who is he looking for?
He's looking for the white women, because naturally black men, in given a chance will always pick the lightest skinned person in the room. That is why the men go for the yellow skin. Yeah, baddies.
Exactly.
Tulimbie.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
It's not true. Josh is like, what? Just have we like,
because where a man can elevate his social status,
that's that closeness and proximity to whiteness is where you go. What is that? What is that theory? Tell us the theory.
I'm just open-minded.
Open-minded how? If you're open-minded, then you'd also be open-minded to people that look like you.
But also the thing is, God has a very funny sense of humor.
How is God?
Yes. You could be team dark skin, right? But then you meet a light skin who checks like 9 out of 10, and the only box she doesn't check is the skin color.
That means that's your type.
Yeah.
No. That's what it means.
Kayla Chogen. I know,
like what?
You're giving us lectures, theory, explaining to us.
Yes, like you can. How is that God's problem?
Guys.
But anyway.
I keep saying Katonda bamuwayiriza. One day God will come down and say, you're accusing me. I've never said white boy. I
didn't send you there.
Hey, people who say you see God. Katonda bamuwayiriza.
Please, that one had no God in
it. No, that one had. As Kayla said, that was just your type.
That was just your type.
Over wekwasa. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but listen. So now that girls be suffering on this reality. So that's why, like, even me at some point I first gave them space, because you guys, I'd be the younger and you see a fire babe, and that's the thing. Like, these black girls are so funny. So now Whitney Bambi is there now on All Stars suffering, because first of all, is she
the only black girl on the season?
No, there are other black girls, but she's the only like black girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're all even that. There's like two other, like, I think there is one other dark skinned girl, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen another one. But like, she's, of course, now for her she also has that problem of she's very like outgoing, she's whatever, but you can see she's struggling, man. The first guy she had was like a white guy who she got into this altercation with a black guy, and it was so crazy because they were seated like around a thingy like this. It was her, a chick, a white chick, the black guy, and then other white chicks, and then the other white guys. And the guy they would be talking, and every time he would talk to Witness, so he would say something, and Witness like no, that's not true, or like just like push back. And then at some point he said that he didn't kiss someone because he decided not to kiss her. So Witness like, no, you decided not to kiss that person because she refused. He was like, that's not what happened. So that chick is, so Witness like, you know what? Charge it to the game. Like, my bad. Let's agree to disagree. Then that chick who they were talking about is like, no, she's telling you that because that's what I told her. So that guy, you could see that clear difference in the way he was talking to the white girls and the way he was talking to her. Like, you turn to the white girls, voice down. Turn to Whitney. Turn to us. No, you say that.
That's why I keep saying,
like, you guys, what the fuck?
Reality shows are the best way to analyze
social experiment.
Analyze people, human behavior.
At some point, this chick, like, Whitney was like, what the fuck is this?
Because that's how
she was like, look at the way you're talking to her and look at the way you're talking to me. And the thing is, it passed over all their heads. They didn't get it. The good thing with this chick, she just said, she like, fuck this shit. She got her things and walked away. She said, I'm not good.
Woke.
Yeah, exactly. It's being ignorantly woke. Like, they'll be woke in situations that benefit them.
Yeah.
But when it's another person, if it's a black woman, nothing.
The wokeness has been forgotten.
The room,
and then they also performative woke. They are only woke as far as it lands them some P, some pussy.
Yeah.
So
That is exactly.
some kitty cat.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that the word we'll be using?
I know. I met a chick the other day who calls it punani.
I know that chick.
You know.
I know her. I know her.
I died. I was like a whole.
Yes, a whole adult. Because I keep saying, I last heard that word when we were in high school.
The
But
first time she said it, I turned around. I was like, what did you just say?
Yeah.
And the whole night she was saying that I died. I was like, you know, that's what I'm going to start to say.
Yeah.
Because all the other words now seem pidgin.
Too lights, yeah.
They seem so pidgin.
They
Now
seem too lights. Yeah, now you have to take it up a notch. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But anyway, so that's what's happening in reality. Even Love is Blind that
Yeah.
we watch together
Yeah.
every day. And
Yeah.
none of black girls are suffering.
That first of all, they're the ones who get the worst. They get the worst
of the
makeup.
worst.
They get the worst wardrobe. Smell makeup style. The wigs be wigging. The lace is not.
No,
I'm just
but
like
yeah.
the makeup is not blended. I'm just like, guys, you can't do my girls dirty like this.
But that's the thing. What I don't know first on because I know on Love is Blind on Love Island they do their makeup, they do their wigs, they do their everything. But I want to find out on Love is Blind if what happens. I'm going to do some research on it because the black women in Love is Blind are suffering.
No, they are suffering. Whoever is responsible for their wardrobe does not like them.
You get
Does not
I
like
really
them.
hope that there is someone doing it because if there's some chick. You remember that chick that fell in love with that white guy who was a nomad, and then it turned out when they came out, it turned out the man is actually rich. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I
episode?
remember. I know. I
Remember
that
that
season.
chick's hair. That chick's hair used to pain me. That chick's hair
What,
used to pain me.
what hair did she have?
Girl, she had that's the thing. I can't even tell if it
Like
was a wig or it was natural hair.
like
it
the
was,
afro thing.
No, it was like long. But it looked natural, but then it looked like kinky hair. But I wasn't sure if it was like a kinky wig
yeah,
or
I
it
think
was
I
her
remember,
actual hair or it was like clip-ons. Like I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
But her hair, my God.
Yeah. No,
It
I
was-
remember
it was
that
a
couple. I wish I
problem.
remembered
And
their
then
names.
so
Yeah.
the guy was called Benaya. I cannot for the life of me remember that chick's
His
name.
yeah.
But anyway, so
And he was a hippie.
He was a hippie. He was like a nomad.
Then
All
he
of
said,
us
"Boy,
were
don't
like,
have a place to
yeah, but I don't have a
the
place,
place
one
to
place,
live."
or whatever.
Yeah.
All of us were like, he's poor, don't go.
He's a homosexual.
He's a homosexual, don't go. It turned out that the man
What
has
was-
generational wealth.
He
That's
can
why
afford
doesn't-
to. Yeah.
He can live wherever
Wherever
he
he
wants.
wants.
So we're like, you know what? Next time we will keep our mouth shut. We don't
Never
know what
judge
we
a
are
book
talking
by
about.
its cover, as they said. But also judging a book by the cover is important.
It is very. Please, continue to judge. You'd rather be wrong and find out later, but because by protecting yourself, imagine being wrong and you being right, or even I don't know if you're wrong or right, but then you find out you were right.
You're dealing with a scammer.
You get. Please don't.
I
do
tell
it.
the men these days be
Yeah.
scammers. No, but like my favorite couple from Love is Blind. I think the best Love is Blind was season 1.
True.
Maybe because we were
you
still
saw come and think he had a baby.
they had a baby.
You guys stop
Lauren
asking
and
women why they haven't yet had
Bambi, the
babies.
chick has struggled to
Bambi,
have
that chick
babies.
like when I heard their story, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then there are some couples that we even forgot about, but they are still together.
Man, the thing is they're all white couples. But there's that black couple that I really, really, really like. That chick who fell asleep on that guy. What's his name?
They both work for Nike.
That
No.
chick doesn't work for Nike, but the guy works for Nike.
Yeah, but the chick also started working for Nike.
She started working for Nike?
Yeah, because I follow her I follow
What?
both of them. Yeah, the
My
guy
fa-
was a shoe designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she started working for Nike.
Yeah.
What? He elevated her. We
Man.
love a man who elevates his woman.
No, but those ones are also
That
together.
is
Yeah.
so cool. No, of course.
They
For the
also-
fact- if you're doing good things, I will say good
Yeah,
things. What are you
yeah,
saying?
yeah. But
But
they-
you see, that's what I stopped doing. That's the one thing I stopped doing. I don't do anymore. But to follow them. There's
Because
a couple
you're
that
signing
broke
up for heartbreak.
There's a couple that broke up, please. I was at home for 2 days. I couldn't believe it. I said, how?
Because of
Did
reality.
you break because of reality TV? I couldn't believe it. I was like, how is this? Which couple is this? I've forgotten. Then the thing is, I've forgotten. The chick even just got married again, and it turned out the guy was trash.
Oh, what was her name? Ayana.
Ayana's marriage paint release.
Man.
You guys. And now like their social media was so cute. You guys,
cute.
there's this specific picture where they were at the beach and then she was seated and then he'd like thinking and he carried he carried her like a child. He just put like his hands like this and carried her like this. I was like, you guys see love. see love. You get, I was like,
Kumbe.
baby girl.
Because
kumbe
when the
at
stories
home.
came out, what was cooking? And
Guy,
apparently
the
they were
boy
not even
doesn't-
living together at for most of the time.
The man was not going back home. He was, anyway, just was. But also, we should have known because remember, and I remember Kemi, like me and Kemi talked about it at some point. But we're like, no, let's not talk. Let's not say those things. We can't say those things. We'll jinx them. But you remember when they would ask him, well, that every time they would ask him, what do you love about her? That man, all he talked about was her struggle. All he talked about, he was like, yeah, I love that she has gone through so much.
She's
Da-da-da,
strong.
she's strong.
Manange.
And I remember that her mom even said it. He was like, I hate the fact that like everything you love about her is just her struggle.
Like you're not in love with her softness.
Yeah, like
and
her softness and whatever.
her joy.
Like, that's
and
all
yeah.
he could say. That's all he could say.
Such a man is going to inflict
That is
more
a
pain
very
on you.
exactly. That is a very dangerous man because now he's seen for you. You can take.
Yeah, so he'll
You're
say,
a strong
let me
soldier.
add you.
Let me add some.
Let me add you.
She can take it anyway, but she showed him because she was out of there with the quickness.
Because now you see those things teach you about like, yes, people might say that like reality TV shows are very okay. There's one that I find very shallow though.
Which one?
Keeping up with the Kardashians. I've never learned anything.
Man, that
Except
one,
them shaking salads like
that's
with their sippy cup, with their standees that are like the size of this light here.
that one. No, that one. Let's leave
That
it.
one I've never learned
Let's
anything.
leave it.
I've never learned anything from them. But that's the thing that you learn from. I feel like when people say reality TV shows are very shallow.
Yeah.
I mean, some are, but many. Like
But I
if
think
you
it's
look
also
to
how you
analyze like
consume
human
it.
behavior, yeah, it's about how you consume it. But like if you sit to analyze like human behavior, there's a lot to learn. Like if you
that was a lesson.
like if you think very critically, you know,
there's always something to learn from them.
there's always something. There's always a lesson in there.
Yeah, and that is why now for me it also pains me that we have the resources. We now have the resources to produce good reality TV in Uganda,
And we're not
and
doing
we are
a
not
thing.
doing it. Like you get, like we have the opportunity to do so much good. Like put like platform people that can can be able to like educate and like teach and all these things.
Yeah, even just platforming. Like if let's say you had a reality show for just creatives.
Yeah.
And you had like there's so many of those. Like for example, even things like Shark Tank and Lion's Den. What are they? What is it called?
I don't know.
Something's Den.
Something's Den.
What is it called, guys? That reality show? And I watch
have
it sometimes.
no idea what it's called.
The UK one. Anyway, Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den.
It's like shows like that. There's a lot to learn
There's
because
a lot
that's
to
also
learn.
a reality
we can start
show.
from there. You
Yeah.
get. We can go, of course. Now I saw the other day they did Pop the Balloon. I'm like, why are you doing Pop the Balloon with Ugandan men?
They did Pop the Balloon Ugandan version.
Actually, it's that chick who abuses people mobbing vibes and thingy who hosted it. What's her name?
Used to be in Kavera.
She's to what in Kavera?
That thing also, yeah, I saw
What?
it. Yeah.
I don't want to know. What did she used to? First tell me what did she used to know? No.
I was so disgusted, by the way. I was
Wait,
like,
she said that where?
oh, she on her TikTok.
Why?
You know she's a yappa on TikTok.
You know that's how she racked up like followers.
By telling stories like that.
Yeah.
Giving out.
But you know who they need to give a reality show?
A
Letty. You guys,
Someone
someone give
needs
Letty a reality show. I will tune in and be
I
sad.
don't watch her stories. So
Yeah.
they hide now.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you think you lived a million lives?
Their TV.
She's like a cat with over 9 lives. Because what?
Oh, you look like Afsa. No, that was the name I used in 2005.
And then she starts her story. Have I ever told you a story of when I changed
Because
my
I'm
name?
just like, what? Aleti?
Oh, let me kiss
And then she, but again, very good.
Someone commented sometime back. They were like, I remind them of Aleti. I was like, guys, you don't even know.
I
how
stand.
much- You get, I stand.
But she really has had 9 lives because before she came back on TikTok as a celeb. I remember there's a time people were dragging her on IG and saying that she had played people's money, and she comes and she doesn't deny the stories.
Hey,
She doesn't deny the stories.
when I went South
She
Africa, all my friends thought I'm doing real estate. Yes, you guys, me, I was doing witchcraft.
Let me tell you, there's a time. There's a time people were dragging her on
She ate
IG.
people's money.
She ate people's money as in this travel influencer things because at some point she was just a travel influencer.
Yeah.
And she comes and tells us the stories on TikTok. And she says, you see those days when I was eating life at a travel influencer, you guys don't know behind the scenes. I stole people's money. I ate people's money. I was Gwe.
What?
Nga people would pay her money.
Kayla is like, I have that tea.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I remember that saga very well. And she disappeared off social media, what. But in her stories, she gives us that tea. She's like, Navikola, beyond everything
What
that the
will you
people
do? Are you
say.
going to beat me?
Will you beat me? She's like, everything that people say, I did it.
When they send me for friend, they ask me how much I'll pay every month. I probably said 1 million. I didn't even have money to take me back.
And she will gives you that story. Then she says, Hasone Ghana, I got some money,
But
jumped
yo.
on a plane, went to South Africa, started the witchcraft. Now, guys, this thing I'm in real estate. Go away. Then she tells you about how the time she was in party parties in Dubai. Then she was, I'm just like,
Guys,
chick,
that
you've lived
chick
like,
has lived life. Like,
you
and
think
the
I
thing
can,
is, like, it's so crazy because like some of her stories are so sad.
I know.
They are so sad, and you're like, you want to cry for her, but the way she's telling the story, she's dying.
But you know,
She is dying of laughter. I am like, I don't know if I should cry or laugh, but
Yeah.
oh my god.
But
no,
the
no.
best TV people, the best even story, even writers, playwrights. You see, remember
people who
in
have had
literature,
that,
what
yeah.
was it called? People, there's comedy and tragedy, and
Yes.
the ability to match those two.
two is amazing.
Brilliant storytelling.
Brilliant storytelling.
That's how you
and
know a
that
brilliant
chick
storyteller.
has managed, has thinking did, because you guys, I be sat. When I let to start telling her story, I'm
Yeah.
sad
Yeah.
all the way down.
Because you're just like banal
Yeah.
issues. It's a sad story if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
but you've laughed,
But you get-
you've kicked, you've forgotten it's a sad
You
story.
get exactly-
That's what makes the most brilliant
Yeah.
man. You've also traveled with her. She wanted to do
Yeah.
travel blogging. She's giving
it to us.
Aleti. Banange bugalo Aleti.
Yeah, please, we
Omwana
love
otuvu.
you. The girl has entertained us. Please.
Tumusende,
We buy her a mic. Yeah.
the mic, bam.
But she needs the mic. Let me DM me. I'm going to give you the money for the mic because we need the content.
You need to give us the content.
No.
Record you on her YouTube, then kids are making. No, they don't have a mic. You hear that, but kids.
But anyway, that chick is hilarious.
No, but also like
Yeah.
even just her success, like the businesses that she's been, like no, it's so the other day she opened a salon. So you're like, you get like, but yeah, she's doing really, really well. And like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if we have the resources, like finally now we do have the resources. Felix is sleeping, but we would have told Felix, please
To wear your reality show.
To wear a good reality show. You get like with like where you like people are able to watch it and understand who Ugandans are
Yeah.
for real. You get like
Yeah.
the fact that they're super funny people, they're
Yeah.
super creative people.
Yeah.
But they're also like very like everywhere in the world, like you go and you meet someone that has actually been to Uganda, they'll tell you Ugandans are some of the
Like
nicest people they've
yeah,
ever met.
yeah.
So why are we not portraying that
That
in
niceness,
the content that
yeah.
we are creating? You get in
And
the
it-
reality
And
content that we are
creating.
creating.
Because we've already produced some really great content. Do you remember that show that Kemi was a part of, that Travel Discover Uganda?
Yes.
That was such a good show, very high, well produced.
Uh-huh.
It might not have been a reality show. It was
Yeah.
like a showcase, like a documentary style.
Yes.
But the quality,
But the
was
quality was
exceptional.
good, yeah.
The scripting was exceptional. Now get a concept like that. The people who worked on that, and then you put reality TV.
You
people.
get.
Do you understand?
But like,
do you
just,
know what
yeah,
content
like
you're
also
sitting
just
on?
encourage these people you're putting, because again, it's not like even the people that you're lacking, because these people that even the people that the women that are on Vibes and Visas, like they have Tumbe has stories to tell, like the experiences she has had. I haven't watched a full episode, but I haven't had her like properly talk about her experience as Miss Uganda,
There's
going
so
to
many
Miss
stories.
Universe.
Yeah.
You get going to Miss Universe and whatever.
There's so many stories,
All
and even
these
like her
other
everyday
ladies,
life. I
yeah.
think there's so
Even
much.
her everyday life, her
Is more
experiences.
more interesting than this one of
You get-
I would been to 5 countries. I'm like, guys,
Yeah, like
that-
all these other like girls also on the show with her, like they're also super interesting. Like if you see their TikToks, they create really good content. They're really fun in their like everyday
right,
content in there. You get, but now you put them together. Now it's all just cutty.
And let me tell you, it's about the way the show is approached. Because imagine if they gave us this content of like, okay, if they want to do like vibes, visas, travel thingies. Imagine if they documented that process of like, how do you prepare? Like preparation to go on that trip.
Do you
like you
today
record
I
this
was
one hustling
watching
for
a day in
you
my
see that
life
one-
vlog.
Yeah, you see this one hustling for a visa and the things she has to go through to hustle for that visa.
Yeah.
You see this one hustling for the dime.
Yeah,
You
the
see
other one
the-
has a UK visa, so she
you
can go
easily.
anywhere.
Like we need
You
to see
get.
like the versatility of like the experience.
And now maybe they're even like discussing it amongst themselves. Like when they meet, they're like, "Mine. So this is what I'm experiencing."
Yeah.
You get like funny things. You're laughing about the struggles that you're going through to get the visas or this or that. Like you get that is way more interesting. But
than-
anyway, I guess.
Anyway,
Who are we to judge?
who
are we to judge?
Anyway, this episode was
If
a
it makes you happy.
This
Yeah.
episode was a chit chat episode. But also, guys, it's the people who do the content are here. If you want reality show,
Call us.
If
If you have the resources, if you have the money, and you
the
just
budget.
need people to execute, I can. I have watched enough reality shows.
I can write. Me, I'm a good writer.
But anyway,
I need to start writing for. I've been thinking about it. I'm like,
Writing for
someone
TV.
needs to give me an opportunity to write for TV.
You go.
Like,
go
if
and
I write,
first
like,
do a
maybe
quick
at-
masterclass. No,
if
they
I
are paying
write a
people.
TV
Multichoice
show.
is paying people.
Yeah.
For telenovela.
Yeah, for telenovelas.
So if I can write a script and then figure out how to play with it, because I've been thinking, should I write a book like fiction or do I want to write for TV? And I'm just like, writing for
TV writing is a whole other beast. But you go and research on it. You try. You said you're the one who likes people who try. So you try.
In this life, be someone who
this life,
tries.
be someone
You
who
never know. I
tries.
may be sitting on my shoulder.
No one is going to.
My shoulder career.
What's her name? Picked up a camera at 40 years old.
Oh.
The director, what's her name? The black female director. Ego. You don't know the black female director, Kayla?
Of which show?
No, she does movies. What's her name?
Ava DuVernay. Yeah.
She picked up her first camera at 40.
Yeah, I saw that. And even Shonda says she blew up like
Huh?
in her late 30s.
It's never too late. That's what I'm saying. So
Even Shonda
exactly.
blew up in like her late 30s or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know.
Try. You never know. Yeah.
I may be sitting on some good storytelling here.
But with your love life, you can tell.
Even me, I've lived
You
like
have lived
90
like
lives.
even
I'm
you're
like a
like
cat.
Aleti.
I'm like a lady.
Even you're like a lady, you just keep coming back.
You got
Yeah.
They say
You
start
come
after.
Start over. Just a come out season 2.
Season 2, 8, not double season 3.
Later, like 15 videos, I come back like,
Now even me, I'm like that because even with my friends, when I catch up with my friends, they're like, "Where are you now? Are you in Uganda? Do you live here?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Have you now decided to become a medical doctor? What is it?" But now I've given you guys my next move. TV show writing. Anyway, guys, gotta love you and leave you.
Yeah, this has been a good one. Anyway, me, I'm very passionate about this. Like, I need us to start creating content that is actually beneficial, but also a depiction of who we are as a people. Because I truly, truly, truly believe we are hilarious people. We are very entertaining people. We are very
there's
creative
also a richness
There
to our
is a
culture
richness
and
to our culture,
our
to who we
being,
are.
our
Like,
personality.
These people are like, you get like being like fighting with each other is not reality for Uganda. Like, that's not a depiction of who we are. So let's do better. Let's also consume reality TV, by the way, guys.
Consume Ugandan content.
It teaches you also consume Ugandan content, but also just normal reality shows. Me, I'm telling you, you're going to learn so much about human behavior. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, this is She Knows Best.
It's not therapy,
but it might help.